Okay, good evening all. Last day, we were discussing about programming, like basically the control structures used in programming, control structures that we use in programming. That is what we were discussing last day. And under that, we have discussed about three control structures. The number one is sequence, number two is selection, and the number three is repetition. Sequence, selection, and repetition. So if you can remember, the sequence is where these instructions are executed one after another in an order. Right? If instructions are executed one after another in specific order, one by one by one by one, it's like a waterfall falling from one place to another place, just sequentially. So then we call sequence. For an example, adding two numbers, you can do this way. First enter the first number, enter the second number, then add them together, display the total like you can see in the screen. Add the number one, add the number two, add number two, display the total, and stop the program. That is basically, we call it sequence, right? We call it sequence. Selection, in the other hand, selection is where you have a choice. Assume that you are at a junction. You have to decide whether to turn right or left. Another example, assume that you have done your O-level examination. You have to wait until results and then you have to select either science, maths, or technology, arts. Likewise, there is A-level subject scheme that you have to select. You cannot say your teacher, I'm doing maths and bio both. I'm doing commerce and IT both. I can select commerce as well as science. So likewise, you don't have any multiple choices, but you have only a single choice. You have alternatives, but you have a single choice. That is the nature. Right? You can see this menu in your screen. Now I have select file menu. You can see new tab, new window, lot of commands are listed under this file menu. And I'm shifting to edit menu. Now you have set separate set of commands. Now you can see separate set of commands. Can I select file name and file menu and edit menu together?
No.
I can't do that. I want to select both, but it's only one option. That is selection, only one option. I have multiple options are there, multiple alternatives are there, but I can only select one. So that is selection. Okay, that is the second control structure that we are going to discuss. We have discussed, sorry. This you can see if marks greater than 50 is passed, otherwise fail. That is example for selection. And then the repetition is basically repeating the same set of instruction, and actually selection can also be a multiple selections, but one at a time. So you can see this example. So there is a homework given according to the criteria. We have discussed this. So if marks, average mark greater than 75, then grade is A. If not, again you have to check if average marks greater than 60, then it is B. If not, you have to again check if average mark is greater than or equal to 50, then C. If not, if average mark is greater than 40, then it is S. If not, it is fail. So you have only like it's alternative, right? More than 75, more than or equal to 75, if not. More than or equal to 60, if not. More than or equal to 50, if not. Likewise, this is also set of statements, but still you have to use this alternative method that we have suggested. Then the repetition is where you repeat the same set of instructions again and again. You can see here repeating 5 times and printing the odd numbers, repeating 10 times. So change in the costume and move it. So this is basically repetition, repeating the same set of instructions again and again. Now in this example, today's class, we are going to learn about arrays. First of all, I would like you to write this note very quickly. So can you write this note which is in your stream very quickly, right? From here to here, just draw the table structure as well, 2D array 1, and just write up to here. Let me know once you have finished writing. So today, as I said, after discussing about the previous sequence selection repetition, we just moved to arrays in programming. And here, so what's the difference between array and a general variable? So we already know what is this variable is, what these general variables are. Variable is like a cup or mug where you can keep data or you can store data. In this cup or mug where you're going to store data. So basically, what you do, when you want to store data in this variable, basically in this cup or mug, you used to, when you want to store something, you used to, okay, let's say you want to put milk, it's only milk. You cannot put milk and lemon and avocado and all these things together. That will mix up. So that is the concept of variable. If you want to store something in a variable, it is only one thing, one specific thing, one particular thing you can store. That is the nature of the variable. You cannot store many things. You can store only one thing at a time. Right? That is the nature of variable. You can store one thing, one at a time. Right? That is what the variable is. But in arrays, it is like, okay, have you seen these ice makers, ice cube makers? So there are many holes where you can put water into many, and you can put different things. Even this is water, maybe this is milk. You need to make a flavored ice here, you can put that there. Likewise, you can put multiple items together. That is what the array is. Array can store multiple things. Variable here, 1D array, this can store basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 items. And this will store arrays in arrays. That is called two-dimensional. Arrays in arrays or 2D array, two-dimensional array or arrays in array. Right? Or we call two-dimensional array. There you can store at this single dimensional array, you can store only one direction, maybe one set of items, but in double two-dimensional array, you can store many more. Right? Actually, in two-dimensional. There are multi-dimensional arrays also, not just 2D. There are multiple dimensional arrays too. So this is only about 2D array, but there are, so here 3D arrays, 4D arrays. Likewise, there are multi-dimensional arrays too. But here we only discuss about 2D array. Okay. So did you understand the concept of array? How it is different from a general variable? Yes or no? Hello? Did you understand the concept of array and how it is different from general variable? You
Yes,
can
sir.
always talk. Yes or no? Okay, yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Right, let's declare an array in Scratch now. Let's load Scratch, declare an array and see how these arrays are going to work. So to do that, you have to move to Scratch interface. So let's go to Scratch and open it. When you open Scratch, you will see empty page like this. And let's introduce a general variable and see how it changes. And then let's move to an array. Let's go to variable part. Make a variable. This time my variable is let's say number, num. And I'm going to store value 1 in num. Set num equal to 1. And I'm going to change it over the time. Let's repeat 10 times and change this number. Go to the variable, change the number by 1. And all in each and every attempt that you are changing, you are going to print the number also. So when you click the flag, you want to do this. Okay, print. First set the number to 1, then print the number and change the number by 1. When you run this, you can see number is increasing 1 now, 2, 3, 4. Likewise, number is increasing its value. And always in a particular given time, you can see now number is 7. Now number is 8. Okay, now number is 10. Given time, it has a specific value. You cannot store 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, everything you cannot store. It has a specific value, specific given value at a time. That is what. Okay, that is a general variable. Okay, so let's make a list. Let's make a list. My list name is marks. You can give any name here. I have given marks. Now, how to add list items? You can use this plus. And let me continue to add some items. Oh, I have added same values. Let me change the values. Sorry. Have united to play a music. Okay. There are 8 items now, 9 items and 10. Altogether, there are 10 items. You can see the length is 10. Okay, let's do this very quickly. Write the code and then just change the items and enhance this, increase this. Okay, that doesn't matter. Like, the items. Let me expand this too. Okay, first do this now in your computer. Please do this, or in your mobile phone. Please do this. Now, after finishing, you need to do one thing. So here you can see you have finished this. Now you have populated this one also. I want you to print these items in the list. I want to print the items in the list, and I will show you one method of doing the same. So let's say when you play the space button, when you press the space button, you just need to print this from the loop, say, and what you need to tell, actually you need to print this marks. You can just drag and drop this and just press space and you can see the entire list there. But I just need to print item by item. I just need to print item by item, one by one. Can anyone do the code to print item by item? Item making item make a print pen. Can anyone write the code to print item by item, one by one? Yes, item by item. Can anyone write a code to print item by item, one by one? Yes, quickly. Can you do this? Need to print one by one, item by item. Just write a code to print item by item, one by one. First item, second item, third item, fourth item, up to 10th item. One by one, one at a time. Not everything, one at a time. Let's do this now. I will give you 3 minutes. Quickly try and show me. Can others see her stream? She has printed item 1 of the marks, item 2 of the marks, item 3 of the marks, item 4, up to 10. Okay, if there are 100 items, what's you're going to do? What you're going to do? The code is correct, but the thing is, if in case of 100 items, it will be difficult, neither. So how can you automate? Like, how can you improve this code? Okay, I will tell this, but the next thing you have to do alone, right? Make a කියලා දෙන්නම්. The next thing you have to do alone. Okay, what she has done it correct way, but the thing is, like, it can be further improved. Item 1 of marks, item. So this is what she has done. Just print in item 1 of marks. Then after that, print in item 2 of marks. Item 3 of marks. So here, put in. Let's put up arrow. I need to print 1 to 10. Item 1 of mark, item 2 of marks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use another variable this time. List take array take a variable use karanna puluwan. Let's use variable called a, and I'm setting this a to 1 initially. Then I'm going to repeat 10 times because I need to print 10. And here I'm printing item a. A is 1 item a, but then I'm increasing a by 1. Now next time a is 2. Item A will be second item. Next time A is 3. Item A will be third item. Let me press up arrow and you can see here 98, 55, 78, 63, 87, 45, 88, 89, 67, and actually this is changing from A is changing from 1 to 11. 11 means why 11? Because here after printing 10th item also it is changing 1 to 11. A is changing, and while A is changing, you can print the item. Okay, now you need to do 2 things. Okay, you can do this and do 2 things, that is print items from last to first. Print items from last to first. Antimen ekina first eකට එනකම්. And also find the total of all items in the list. Okay, you have 2 exercises to do now. The exercise number 1, print items from the last to first. The next is find the total from all items in the list. We have 2 challenges now. Now let's see how you are going to face this now. One by one, I'm improving the challenges. Now you can try for my code, up arrow code, and so you can use down arrow to print last item to first item. That means here to here, 10th item, 9th item, 10 ekina 1 eකට. And also find the total. You have 5 minutes to do this. Now you can start. Can you quickly share? I'll stop my stream. Okay. Just share it. Rehan sir. 10 to, okay, 10 to 1, yeah, minus reverse order is very good. Yeah, that's it. Good. It's printing in reverse order. 10 to 1, now A is moving from 10 to 1 and in a minus way. Correct. She has done correct. Anyone else? Anyone else? Okay, murder 10 to 1, yeah, minus 1. So that it's 2 students have done that. Very good. So I just want you to think and do this. It's not difficult. Imaya, have you done? No. Anjana? Tania need to do this because you were there in Sinhala medium class. Can do. Okay, anyway. So now how to find the total? How do we find the total? Right? Finding total is not difficult. Finding total. So let's take another variable, maybe total, TOT, and let's make it empty initially. Let me take a copy of this. And I'm now going to reverse, starting from 10 to 1, minus 1 by minus 1. This is this time down arrow. And let's take another copy. You can see 98, 67 is going reverse. Let's take another copy. This time I'm changing it to some other key, maybe A key. Okay. When I press A key, I just want to take the total. Set initially I'm setting the total to 0, right? Setting the total to 0. But now changing, I'm going from 10 to 1 or 1 to 10. Anything is okay. Let's go from 1 to 10. 1 to 10. So 1 and change it 1 by 1. Starting from 1 by 1, changing it. Then so just change the total. Total is here. You can see total is 0, but I'm changing it by the item. This item. So initially, when I press A key, see, when I press A key, initially it is 98. Let me press A key. Here you can see the total is 98. First item is added. Let me run again. A, 0, 98. Then 153. How? 98 plus 55 is 153. Because I'm changing by the item value. එකකින් නෙමෙයි change කරන්නේ. ඉස්සෙල්ලාම 98කින් change කරා ඊට පස්සේ 55කින් change කරා තව 55. 98ට අමතරව 50. Another 55. Another 78. Okay, let me run it again. 98, 55. Here 153 and 78, 231. Likewise, I can draw this. I can increase the top. Okay, likewise, I can increase the top. So please do this now. Finding the total. It's not difficult. And also another question, if you can try, find the maximum and minimum. So find the maximum and minimum. Find the maximum, then find the minimum of this list or array. Find the maximum and find the minimum of this list or array. Do this now. Okay, write down or practice this and try to do this now. Another 3 minutes can be given. I will show you the tip. You have to do this as a homework, but I will just give you an idea how to find this. Previously also we have discussed, but not this, but something similar. Okay, 91, 98 විතරයි ඉන්නේ class එකේ. Or 98, only 98 they are in this list. What is the largest number? What is the largest number? Yes, if 98 is there, what is the largest? What is the smallest?
91 is smallest, 98 is largest.
Yes, 91. Only 98 is there. Only 98 is there. So what is the largest? What is the? Yes. The both, its largest is 98 and smallest is also 9. Okay, let's think that there's another item. So now 2 items are there. Now what is the largest? What is the smallest? Largest is 98. The smallest is? Yes. Come on, you need to talk. Largest is 98. Smallest is 55. No one is talking. Maybe you feel bored. Largest is 98. Smallest is 55. Let's say there are 3 items now. Items to not there. Let's think there are 3 items. So what is the largest? What is the smallest? So largest still 98 because you are comparing with the largest. Largest the smallest is still 55 because the 55 so 78. No worries. Next items comes. Item making item when you get item by item, you have to compare that with the existing largest, existing smallest. Right? With that tip in head, try to do this as a home. So you have to compare with the new item. We have to compare with the existing largest, existing smallest. Okay, do this and let's discuss the remaining part next day. So good night.